car started spinning. Wake up. I almost died. Hey there YouTube, it's Martha and welcome back to Living as Children of Light. So in today's video, I'm actually gonna share a little testimony. I know I haven't been on here for a hot minute, but I really felt that I cannot keep this testimony in and I needed to share it and just share just a snippet of what's been going on. There's so much I want to say, but I'm gonna try and keep this really short to just mainly the testimony. But once again, just want to thank everyone who's been supporting the channel, who's been subscribing and liking and just encouraging me personally via messages or in the comments. I see you guys and I'm so thankful for all your shares, and it's really good to be on here again. Once again, if you like this video, just comment, like, subscribe, share it with your family, with your friends, with the people in your community. But let's get into this story. Okay, so 17th of June 2025, I am driving with my brother to Sandton, which is 2 hours and a few minutes, about 15 minutes or so outside of where we stay. And so driving dropped him off and I was coming back back home. And basically, just a background story of the past year and a half. I think the last video was I've been busy, and yeah, I've been busy, I've been tired, studies and work, and it's been a journey and I've been struggling, sleepless nights. I've moved new places and just navigating the season that really doesn't make sense, but I'm just trusting God and trying to remain as faithful in the call and the purpose and plans that He's given to me. And so I was driving back, but I could feel that I was very tired. I was so sleepy and just tired. And so what happened was I fell asleep. I fell asleep while driving. And what happened was I veered off the road. I think I was driving at like 110, between 110 and 120, and I swerved off to the gravel road on the right, on the left hand side of the road, and I immediately woke up and realized, oh my goodness. And I tried to veer back onto the road, and the more I tried to do that, the more I kind of lost control of the car. And what happened was the car started spinning on the road, and at this point I thought the car was gonna roll over and that would be it. But God in His kindness was with me in that car, and the more I felt myself, the more I tried to control the car, the more to go out of control. But as soon as I kind of let go of control, let go of like the brake and whatnot, the car literally spinned all the way to the other side of the road on the gravel and stopped and parked there facing the direction that I was coming in. And this was crazy because there was no car in front of me, there was no car behind me, there was no car coming in the direction that I was, in the opposite direction. If there was, I think we would have probably got into a huge accident. And I think I was very much in denial in how tired and sleepy I had gotten, how casual I had allowed my life to get to this point of not being awake and alert even in the spirit, and I became tired just physically, emotionally, and I was not honest with myself and those around me. And I think this was just a physical manifestation of that. And what happened was I landed in the direction that I was coming in, and it was a point of me to reflect. And I believe so that in those moments where we get tired and weary, we need to stop and we need to go to the one who can give us rest. And don't think that we can just push on, with more energy, with more strife, with more, diligence, with more vigor, but to stop and to rest in him. Because I was about 12 minutes away from home at this point. So it was literally like home was right there. And I think that is such a replica of what was happening in my life, where the destination and the goal that God has for me and for my life, I was so close to it. But when we become weary and tired spiritually, what happens is we veer off the path to the destination that he wants us to go. When we become sleepy, when we become so casual about the things that God has placed in our lives, the calling, the purpose, and all of those things, we become so casual about it, we become sleepy, we're not attentive, we're not awake, we veer off. And as soon as we want to take back control, we lose it. And we kind of figure out, and we're trying to understand, God, what's happening? Why are things going out of control? It's because most of the times we've lost perspective. We've become a bit blind, a bit casual in the things of the Lord. We've lost a little bit of reverence for our King and our Maker and our Creator. And this was just a point, and God in his mercy spared my life. God in his mercy kept me, kept the car, kept me, kept everything. So I basically then called my sister as I landed there, called my sister and asked her, hey, will you be able to come get me? I'm literally about 12 minutes out of Potch. And she came and she drove behind me and we got home, and then just shared the story with my mom and my dad. And I think I really took it for granted, and I really watered what had happened down because I was in denial of how exhausted I actually was. I think this was a wake-up call to me to rest and to just reset and come back to a place of reverence and worship and intimacy and humility, even with everything that's going on with my life, and just to be still and abide in him. I'm so thankful for life, and I just thank you for everyone that's been praying for me and been supporting me in so many ways. And I am so thankful for your consistency in my life, for your encouragement, for your prayers. Thank you. It is getting a bit dark outside. My fair lights are like up on here, and they bring me in a little bit of light. So basically I almost died, but God in his mercy spared my life, and I'm not gonna take it for granted. And I think more so I want to encourage anyone who's felt a bit confused that whatever is going on in their life doesn't make sense. Let go of control. Let go of control. And let God paint the picture. You might just have a block or a stroke on the canvas, but he is perfecter, and he is in the business of making a masterpiece out of your life. He is the best worksman ever, and you can let go of control and let him reform, remake, redo, reset, regroup, rework, remold your life into the image of his son Jesus Christ. And I think that's the best image that we can aspire to be. And that's basically it. And I hope that this encouraged you guys. I hope that in a small way, it would just remind you to wake up. If you've been asleep, if you haven't been reading your word, if you haven't been praying, if you haven't been fasting, if you haven't been doing those spiritual disciplines, if you haven't been humbling yourself in his presence and having a reverence and an awe for him again, is to just pick up that fire that you once had when you were younger, the promises that God has placed in your heart, that you would reignite those in fellowship with him, in community, in love. And I hope that this encourages you and that you would take this to the Lord and that you would come back to a spirit of thankfulness. And I think this is an encouragement for me as well, to just come back to a spirit of thankfulness and intimacy with Christ again. I challenge you to abide in the Creator, to remain in the vine and see what comes out of it and see what fruit he would produce in you. But that is my 2 cents. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can be reminded of every time I upload a video.